For decades, the Indian subcontinent has served as the back office of the world. It's a $300 billion economic engine built on one reliable export: the export of millions of low-cost, highly skilled, English-fluent engineers. The business model operating underneath this machine is remarkably simple. Global corporations need routine software development, maintenance, and testing. Indian IT firms supply the human labor to do it, generating revenue by billing clients for every hour those engineers spend at their desks. Then came June 2026. Accenture, a bellwether for the global IT industry, released an earnings report showing a sudden, sharp 15% drop in outsourcing bookings. Accenture noted that client budgets are being reallocated. Capital usually spent on offshore human headcounts is moving into the purchase and implementation of enterprise AI tools. This shift bypasses the human workforce entirely. It marks a direct move away from the billable human hour system that India's tech dominance relies on. The reaction on the ground was immediate and violent. On the morning of June 19th, panic hit Dalal Street in Mumbai. Within minutes of the opening bell, nearly 2 lakh crore rupees, roughly $24 billion, vanished from the market caps of Indian tech giants like TCS, Infosys, and Wipro. Investors saw a direct line of contagion. If global leaders are struggling to sell human-driven outsourcing, Indian firms heavily dependent on those same enterprise clients face a similar drop in demand. Right now, up to 40% of the industry's IT services revenue comes from routine app development and testing. Those are the specific tasks that large language models and coding assistants are mastering the fastest. Industry analysts estimate that this automation risk could eliminate up to 12% of total IT services revenue over the next 4 years, creating a permanent 2% drag on annual growth. To understand exactly why this revenue is disappearing, we have to look at a new class of enterprise software called agentic AI. Take, for example, the highly complex task of migrating a company's SAP enterprise software. Legacy IT migrations require massive timelines, supported by hundreds of engineers logging thousands of hours. Agentic AI executes these same migrations in weeks. Massive blocks of human time are replaced by a single compute burst, and the billable cost collapses. This is AI deflation. The technology changes the math. It removes the need for the human time that makes offshore outsourcing profitable. That corporate math flows directly down to the individuals who write the code. Over the last decade, the Indian software engineer has built a lifestyle structured around the promise of a continuously growing salary. In metro hubs, many young professionals are currently servicing home loan payments that exceed 1 lakh rupees a month. Those mortgages are highly leveraged, assuming that the global demand for IT labor will never falter. This pressure is hitting at the exact moment the domestic tech scene is contracting. Venture funding has cooled significantly, leading to widespread layoffs and the closure of over 28,000 Indian startups between 2023 and 2025. We are now seeing the beginnings of a reverse migration. Tech workers are packing up and moving out of expensive cities like Bangalore, relocating to lower-cost towns simply to stretch their savings and extend their financial runway in the event of a layoff. This puts a corporate revenue problem into direct conflict with the highly leveraged balance sheets of the engineers who staff those offices. The window for a solution is incredibly tight. Veteran tech investor Vinod Khosla recently laid out a blunt timeline. By 2030, traditional IT services and BPO models will be entirely gone. To prevent economic collapse, the Indian government is executing a massive defensive pivot. At the national level, the India AI mission just allocated over 10,000 crore rupees specifically to secure and subsidize GPU computing infrastructure. State governments are also matching that same urgency. Maharashtra rolled out a 10,000 crore rupee AI policy designed to build local computing infrastructure and retrain hundreds of thousands of young workers. Inside the legacy IT giants, the scramble is just as intense. The largest firms are moving away from selling human hours and are racing to build their own specialized AI platforms tailored for banking, healthcare, and enterprise data. The 2030 deadline creates a forced transition. If India cannot shift from selling human hours to managing global AI infrastructure, it risks losing the core sector that supports its middle class.